This video is for educational purposes only to highlight the effects of vaping nicotine on the nervous system and the endocrine system of the adolescents. So, what is nicotine and why exactly is it bad for you? Nicotine is a highly addictive substance made from a tobacco plant, specifically the leaf. It enters the bloodstream and is absorbed, then goes into the adrenal glands, which increases your heart rate, and the adrenaline, which gives you your feel good sensation when your dopamine is released. As Michelle Lemus states in her article, nicotine impairs the brain's function to learn and retain new information and skill development. It affects the part of the brain in which is in charge of impulse control and your mood. Your brain is a developing organ that grows until the age of 25, and exposure to nicotine runs the risk of changing how your synapses forms new skills and memories. It increases your risk of contracting many other harmful long-term diseases that affect the lungs and heart, such as heart attack and stroke. All in all, these affect the central nervous system directly or indirectly. How is nicotine being delivered through these devices? Well, as shown on your screen, these arrows pointing to the rechargeable cigarette is the most popular vapes amongst the youth. Nicotine is being delivered through the toxic vape juice that comes with many different flavors that are appealing to the younger people, such as the fruity flavors, which is typically the number one flavor, sweet flavors, and then the traditional mint and methanol flavors, but with a twist, such as the mint cucumber, mint watermelon, mint strawberry, etc. It is being delivered through a small battery operated device that heats up the coil inside the device, which allows the juice to travel through it, and it takes less than 10 seconds to get a head rush. So, what's the problem with nicotine? The issue with these vapes is that it appeals to so many teens because it comes in a small device that is easy to hide and store from parents or teachers. Once you take a hit or take a puff, it releases a chemical called dopamine that gives you the head rush or the buzz that everyone is craving from these vapes. A lot of people do it for the social attraction and acceptance from those around them who vape, and they feel peer pressure to do so. A lot of them vape because someone close to them uses a vape and they think it's accepted because they use it. They think it's a healthier alternative than the traditional cigarette, and it's easier to use in areas that prohibit these cigarettes because it does not smell like cigarettes. This is a closer look of what is happening when nicotine enters the body and is being transmitted and sent through different neurons for the dopamine to be released. The short-term effects of vaping. Some short-term effects of vaping on the body. It won't take long before the effects of vaping take over the body. Vaping can lead to wheezing, shortness of breath, coughing, and even asthma. Some more physical symptoms include nausea and vomiting, headaches, and dizziness, increased heart rate, and blood pressure. Long-term effects of vaping. There are more long-term effects than short-term effects. Some long-term effects of vaping can cause some severe health issues such as heart attack, stroke, popcorn lungs, and severe lung injuries. Effects can also cause lung inflammation and reduce the lung capacity and the function, which causes severe respiratory issues. EVALI is a recent and severe lung injury caused by vaping. These popcorn lungs attack the smallest airways known as the bronchioles, which cause inflammation that can cause scarring and permanent lung damage that is irreversible. Long-term effects continued. Vaping has been linked to several different types of cancers, such as oral and lung cancer. Long-term use at a young age can lead to dependence on nicotine and also lead to addiction of not only nicotine but other severe substances. It also causes damage to the prefrontal cortex of the brain that is responsible for learning and decision-making. To conclude, do not start vaping because it is a highly addictive substance that's hard to wean off of. It causes harmful long-term and short-term effects. There's a lot of toxic metals found within these devices. It increases your chances of having harmful cancers and causes irreversible life effects. In my opinion, there is not enough being done to prevent these underage people from purchasing these devices up until recently. But at this point, it is already too late for those who already vaped or are continuing to vape because they're already suffering the effects and the toxicity of vaping. I hope this video was fun and educational, and here are the references I have used.